Hello friends, it's Kristie Marcotte. In today's video, I'll be making some fun summer cards using products from scrapbook.com. Scrapbook.com just released a new paper pad called Sunkissed. This is such a fun collection, perfect for summer cards. I'm showing you the A2 size, and it's also available in 6x8. I love the fun colors and images in this collection. The crab paper is probably my favorite. There's also palm trees, shells, a few tone-on-tone designs, and also some solids that match with the other designs in the paper collection. The other products I'll be using in this video are the Hello Sunshine word dies. There are 2 sentiments on this set. I'll be using just the Hello Sunshine. The other die set I'm using is Wavy Sun, and this is an A2 size cover plate. So let's go ahead and get started with card number 1. For the background of my card, I have some brushed white pearlescent cardstock. This is from Spellbinders. I'll put adhesive on the back, layer it on some of the soft peach solid pattern paper that's included in the Sunkissed paper pad. The adhesive I'm using is scrapbook.com's Deluxe adhesive roller. I'll put more adhesive on the back and add my card front onto a card base. All of my cards in this video are American Standard A2 size, 5.5 inches by 4.25 inches. I have 2 other pattern papers, the fun crab image and also a tone-on-tone sort of lattice design in yellow. I'll layer the crab paper on more of the soft peach solid, and before adhering it down, I'll put the yellow piece on the left side. Now I'll put adhesive on the back and add the crab image on the right side of the card. I've already gone ahead and cut out all of the pieces for the Hello Sunshine sentiment, and I have all those die cut pieces stored in one of scrapbook.com's stack and sort trays. This is the smaller size. To help keep my white workspace mat clean, I'll do all of the gluing on one of scrapbook.com's project grip mats. This is the white silicone mat. It was originally 12 by 12 inches. I simply trimmed it down. For the word sunshine, I wanted it to sparkle, so I cut it out using some gold holographic paper, and this is included in scrapbook.com's holographic mirror paper pad. For the outline piece for the sentiment, I used some light tan cardstock, and this is included in the Vacation Smooth Cardstock paper pad. I'll adhere the word sunshine down first, and it's 2 different pieces. Most of the word is all one piece, and then there's a second piece for the dot of the eye. I'm using a pair of tweezers to hold the die cut, putting Artis glue on the back. After adding the word sunshine, I'll dot the eye. First add a small drop of Artis glue, then I'll pick up that teeny tiny piece using the wax tip of scrapbook.com's Craft Pro Pick tool. For the word hello, I cut it out from gold glitter paper. All of the letters for this word are separate. I've been using this sentiment quite a bit lately. It's perfect for summer cards. I cut out a second outline piece from some vellum, and I'll glue the 2 pieces together, creating a drop shadow of vellum underneath the sentiment. I think it adds just that little extra detail. Once I've adhered all of the pieces of the sentiment, I'll place an acrylic block on top for some added weight while the glue dries, and that'll help everything lay nice and flat. I will be popping up the sentiment using some foam dimension. This is all scrapbook.com's 1mm foam. I'm adding a longer strip down first using the 1/4 inch roll, but behind the rest of the sentiment, I'm using the small squares. I love that scrapbook.com has such a wide variety of different foams. They carry 1mm, 2mm, and 3mm, and all of them have different sizes. There's small squares, large squares, circles. They have the 1/4 inch strip, the 1 inch strip, huge variety. The 1mm is definitely my favorite since it doesn't add a lot of extra dimension. After removing the release paper, I'll add the Hello Sunshine sentiment on the left side of the card. For embellishments, I'm adding some gold pearls, and these are from Pink Fresh Studio. I'll pour a small amount in one of the stack and sort trays. Then I'll put 3 pearls in the upper right hand corner and 2 underneath the sentiment on the left side. I'll add the small drop of Artis glue, pick up the pearls using the wax tip of the Craft Pro Pick tool, and press them in place. So there is my finished card, and this is card number 1. The crab images are so cute. Now moving on to card number 2. For the background of my card, I'm using the blue solid pattern paper. I've already gone ahead and cut out the sun using the Wavy Sun die, and I use some of the yellow tone-on-tone pattern paper. I'll put Artis glue on the back of the sun and adhere it on the blue solid pattern paper. And the sun is A2 size, so it lines up beautifully with the background piece. I am shifting some of the sun's rays, just making sure that they all line up correctly. Now I'll put adhesive on the back and add my card front onto a card base. You can see on the back side of the blue solid, there's a blue and white polka dot design. It's a good thing that Scrapbook.com's paper pads all include 5 of each sheet. That way you don't have to pick a favorite since you have plenty to use. Using the blue glitter paper from the Rainbow Glitter Paper Pad, I cut out 2 wavy borders. And the wave die is part of Scrapbook.com's Whale Hello die set. This die set is actually designed to coordinate with the stamp set, but it also includes a wave border. I'll be adding 2 of the wave pieces at the bottom of the card. I'll start with the tallest piece. I put some of the Deluxe adhesive on the back, but I'm also adding Artis glue. I want to make sure it stays in place. For the shorter second wave piece, I'll be popping it up using the 1/4 inch foam in the 1mm thickness. I'll remove the release paper and adhere it in front. And the wave piece in front is about 1/4 of an inch shorter than the wave piece in the back. I'll be adding 3 small fish images, and I fussy cut these out from the pattern paper in the Sunkissed paper pad. I have an orange, a green, and a pink fish. And I will pop up the fish using the small foam squares. I've already assembled the Hello Sunshine sentiment. I used a yellow solid from Scrapbook.com's Yellow Smooth Cardstock paper pack, white cardstock for the first outline, and some of the gold holographic paper for that drop shadow outline piece. And I did pop up the sentiment with more foam dimension. I'll adhere the sentiment in the center of the sun. Then I'll add the 3 fish in the water. Put the pink one behind the wave on the left side, the orange fish behind the wave on the right side, and the small green fish in the front on the right side. For embellishments, I'm adding more of the gold pearls from Pink Fresh Studio. I'll put 3 in the upper left-hand corner and 2 underneath the sentiment on the right side. Adding that small drop of Artis glue, then picking them up with the wax tip of the Craft Pro Pick tool. This set of pearls includes 3 or 4 sizes, and I'm trying to use a variety of sizes on each of my cards. So there is my finished card. I love how this card turned out with the fish swimming in the glittery blue water. Now moving on to card number 3. I will be using a card sketch for inspiration. This is from Sketch Saturday. It's number 500. I selected 3 pattern papers from the Sunkissed collection. And for the background of the card, I'm using more of the brushed white pearlescent cardstock from Spellbinders. The featured paper has lots of sweet pink flamingos, and I'll layer it on some silver holographic paper from Scrapbook.com. For the large panel, I'm using this fun, colorful, wavy pattern paper, and I'll layer it on some of the light purple solid. This purple color is included in the Sunkissed paper pad. For the strip that goes across the card, instead of cutting into a new piece of pattern paper, I'm using a smaller scrap piece. It wasn't quite long enough to go all the way across the card, but since I will be covering up the majority of it, I cut that piece in half. I'll add one piece on the left side. I'll make sure the second piece looks like it is lined up before adhering it on the right side. I do have the end going off the edge of the paper. I'll simply flip over this panel, use a pair of scissors, and trim off the overhang. Now I'll put adhesive on the back of the white panel and layer it on some more of the light purple pattern paper solid. I'll put more adhesive on the back and add my card front onto a card base. This card has lots and lots of layers. Once I'm finished with the card, it will be fairly thick, probably too thick to mail with regular postage, but I'm planning on giving it to a nearby retirement home, so it doesn't matter how thick I make the card. Now I'll add the wavy panel on the right side of the card, put adhesive on the back. I did get a little bit of the adhesive on my work mat. Luckily it wipes away easily. Next I'll add the flamingo panel. Before adhering it down, I will add a scrap piece of cardstock on the very left side where it goes off of the wavy pattern paper panel. Then I'll put adhesive on the back and adhere it more on the left side of the card, following the design of the card sketch. For a sentiment, I'll be adding Hello Sunshine again, and I've already assembled this. I used the light purple color for the word hello and more of the gold holographic for the word sunshine. Using the Wavy Sun die, I cut out this piece from some light yellow cardstock, and this yellow color is part of the yellow smooth cardstock paper pack. And I cut down the large Wavy Sun die cut piece using one of Scrapbook.com's nested circle dies. I'll be adding some sparkle on the sun die cut. I'm using the clear glitter brush marker from Scrapbook.com. Even though it cleans up very easily, I don't want to get glitter all over my Workspace mat, so I will do the coloring on my small silicone mat. It's hard to see in the video, but now the sun has this beautiful sparkly finish. And the nice thing about the glitter brush markers, there's no loose glitter that falls off. If you brush your finger across it, you will get some super fine glitter on your finger, but it does not make a big glitter mess. I will pop up the sentiment and the sun using more foam dimension from Scrapbook.com. I'm using both the large and small squares in the 1mm thickness. Once I have good coverage on the back of the sentiment, I'll flip over the sun and do the same thing, using some of the larger squares in the very center, and I'll cut some of those large squares in half to fit behind the sun's rays. Even with the variety of different sizes of foam, I still tend to cut some of the pieces in half. I'll even cut the small squares when I need just a tiny little piece of foam. Before they released the different sizes in the 1mm thickness, I was using the foam roll and simply cutting small pieces. So that's always an option. Use the foam roll, then you can cut custom pieces of the foam. Once I have good coverage, I'll remove the release paper, adhere the sun toward the bottom of the flamingo pattern paper, then I'll remove the release paper behind the sentiment and adhere it on the center of the sun. So you can see how I've built up lots of layers on this card with the cardstock and the different layers of foam. For embellishments, I'll add more of the gold pearls from Pink Fresh Studio. I'll put 3 in the upper right-hand corner and 2 in the lower left-hand corner. I like that the pearls come in a small zippered pouch, but it's much easier to use them when I pour them into one of the stack and sort trays. When I'm all finished with the pearls, I'll simply pour them back into the zippered pouch. That way I don't lose them. I'll add a small drop of Artis glue, pick up the pearls using the wax tip of the Craft Pro Pick tool, and press them in place. I accidentally grabbed 2 of the smaller size pearls for the upper right hand corner, but luckily I caught it before adhering it down. So there is my finished card, and this is card number 3. Now here's another look at the 3 cards I made using the new Sunkissed paper pad, along with an assortment of scrapbook.com dies. I love how the cards turned out, perfect for summertime. If you are interested in any of the products I used in this video, I do have links in the description box below. And I've also provided a link for scrapbook.com's current deals. They always have fun freebies and lots of great deals happening every week, so be sure to check it out. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.